In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, the Apostle Paul was defending his apostleship to those believers who were questioning his leadership. Paul reminded everyone in this church that he started this church in Corinth, which is his job as an apostle. And the proof of his apostleship is right in front of those who were questioning him, which is the church itself. In his reply, Paul asserted his authority over this church, and he also took the time to explain to them how he did not exercise his rights as an apostle and a fellow believer. He explained to them that being a servant of Jesus Christ and of the good news affords him some rights for preaching the gospel, including the right to eat and drink at the expense of the church, or to get married, and even to receive wages for his work in the ministry of preaching the gospel. Although Paul asserted his rights, he also pivoted and told them that he did not exercise these rights, and instead, he and Barnabas chose to work with their hands and earn their living while preaching the gospel. In essence, Paul preached the gospel without relying on anyone to support him, because it is necessary for him to do so. The mission of Paul is directly related to his calling. Paul's calling dictates that he should preach the gospel no matter the circumstances. That's why he said in verse 16, "Woe is me if I do not preach the gospel." Enduring Word Commentary beautifully puts it this way: Paul's ministry was not just a matter of choice or personal ambition. It was something he was called to, something he had to do. He did not just have preacher's itch. He was called to preach and felt compelled to fulfill that call. In our time today, may we all have the conviction of the Apostle Paul that no matter the circumstances, we should keep in mind that the gospel of God's kingdom must be preached. Let us not look into what benefit we can get from preaching the gospel, nor what oppositions might take place when we do. The most important thing is that, as said in 2 Timothy 4:2, be ready, preach the word, be ready in season and out of season. Are you ready to preach the gospel? God bless everyone.